Hello, beta. Good afternoon, everyone. Quickly join in. Today, we will do some past year questions from inequalities. ठीक है? We'll take some questions today. Okay, quickly join in, beta. Ask all the students to join in. Please post it on the Telegram group once. We are starting the class. ठीक है, we'll start. तो लास्ट मैराथन में या लास्ट क्लास में we were going ahead and we were looking into some of the questions based on inequalities. ठीक है, and I had also gone ahead and given you a homework question. I hope all of you have gone ahead and done this homework question, right बेटा? ठीक है, अब आज की क्लास में we are going to go ahead and we are going to look into some more questions based on inequalities. Okay, so let us go ahead and let us look into some more questions based on inequalities. Beta, inequalities is one of the very basic but important topic from the point of view of exam. आप ये मान के चलिए कि एग्जाम में इनइक्वालिटीज पर कम से कम एक क्वेश्चन तो होगा ही होगा. ठीक है, वेरी रेयर चांस कि एक एग्जामिनर एग्जाम में इनइक्वालिटीज ना दे. दे विल गो हेड एंड दे विल आस्क यू अ क्वेश्चन बेस्ड ऑन इनइक्वालिटीज. तो इस टॉपिक को आप थरली करके जाएंगे एग्जाम पर्सपेक्टिव से. ठीक है बेटा, सो राइट डाउन द क्वेश्चन. सो दिस इज फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ x such that it satisfies the following inequality, right? Such that it satisfies the following inequality. So the question is the following. Just give me 1 minute. I'm waiting for others to join in. Okay, I'll wait, beta. I'll wait for 2 more minutes. Quick. Okay. So the question is, find the value of x which satisfies the following inequality: x upon x square plus 1 under root greater than x upon x square minus 1 under root. DU Eco Honors 2008 क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, ट्राई दिस क्वेश्चन बेटा. टेल मी द आंसर टू दिस वन. तो देखो जरा ध्यान से, x अपॉन अंडर रूट एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1 ग्रेटर देन x अपॉन अंडर रूट एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 1. हाउ कैन वी सॉल्व दिस थिंग? फर्स्ट स्टेप, we can cross multiply. We will get x square minus 1 greater than x square plus 1 under root. ठीक है, अब बेटा what we can further do, can we cancel x? Can we cancel x? Right? So either you can go ahead and you can cancel x, या तो आप ऐसा कर लो, or you can just go ahead and keep x and you can square on both sides. ठीक है, so if I cancel x, I want to show you something. Let's cancel x from both sides. I will get x square minus 1 under root greater than x square plus 1 under root. ठीक बात है बेटा, जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट, एक बार सोचो, ध्यान से सोचना। हाँ, supposedly I square on both sides, I will get x square minus 1 greater than x square plus 1. ध्यान से listen to me very carefully. हाँ, I'll get x square minus 1 greater than x square plus 1 अगर मैं दोनों साइड स्क्वायर कर देती हूँ, right? If I do that, so you notice that the left hand side is x square minus 1. माने I am subtracting something from x square. And the right hand side is x square plus 1. माने I am adding something to x square. तो will there be any x? क्या कोई भी ऐसा x रहेगा? Will there be any x which can go ahead and which can satisfy this? ऐसा कोई भी x हो सकता है कि आप उसमें से x square is positive number, right? Now one time I am subtracting 1 from it and one time I am adding 1 on it. Will it be possible, क्या ऐसा possible है कि जब हम सब्ट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं तो जो मेरे को आंसर मिले वो उससे ज्यादा हो कि जब हम x को ऐड कर रहे हैं, right? Is it possible? I don't think so. It's not possible. माने definitely we are going ahead and we are making some mistake, right? So यहाँ पर suppose if I take x to be anything, say x is 0 बेटा, कुछ भी एक x ले लो, right? So you have to think about it कि if I really think about it, तो हमें ये समझ में आएगा कि 0 minus 1 greater than 0 plus 1 is not possible. You take x to be a negative number. Suppose if I take x to be minus 2. So minus 2 का whole square is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Greater than minus 2 का whole square is 4 plus 1, 5. There exists no x which can satisfy this condition. Are you understanding this? If I take x to be plus 2, then also no x exists. तो माने when I square on both sides, अगर मैं दोनों साइड पे स्क्वायर कर दूं, I am missing out on some important element and I am not able to solve this. मैं इसको सॉल्व नहीं कर पाऊंगी अगर मैं दोनों साइड पे स्क्वायर कर दूं. I will not be able to solve it. So I have to think some other way to solve this inequality. This is not going to make a lot of sense to me in this case. I have to think of some other way in which I can go ahead and I can solve this inequality. तो अब listen to me again बेटा, ध्यान से देखना. हाँ, look at the denominator first. पहले हम domain निकालते हैं. Look at the denominator first. We know that whatever happens, the denominator cannot be equal to 0. And since this is under root, we know that at the same time it must be non-negative. Under root है तो negative नहीं हो सकता. It has to be non-negative. So we have understood that first of all it will be non-negative, right? And secondly, we have understood that at the same time it must so happen that it has to be not equal to 0. ये दोनों ही चीजें satisfy होनी जरूरी हैं. So if I club these two things together, I am going to go ahead and I am going to get that x square plus 1 should be strictly greater than 0. So I get x square strictly greater than minus 1. Now we are sure that any x square that will be there, अगर मैं किसी भी x square की बात कर लूं, because it is going to be a positive number, it will be greater than minus 1, isn't it? You take any x, जब तक वो एक positive, because x square is a positive number, it has to be greater than a negative number, so this will always be satisfied. I know I'm going slow, but I want to explain certain things to you. अब x square minus 1 पे आ जाते हैं बेटा. X square minus 1, since this is in the denominator, not equal to 0. And since this is under root, so it has to be non-negative. If I club these two together, x square minus 1 should be greater than 0. X square should be greater than 1. X square should be greater than 1. So when x square is greater than 1, what do I go ahead and get? That x can be greater than 1 or x can be less than minus 1. Either x can be greater than 1 or x can be less than minus 1. This becomes my domain. ये मेरा domain बन जाता है. Clear? Remember, 1 and minus 1 are not included. Right? This becomes your domain. So let's write down the domain, beta. The domain of x, which I have gone ahead and found out, is minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. Union 1 to infinity. This becomes the domain of x, where x can exist. Is it clear? ये बात समझ में आती है? Okay. Now, further, I want x upon x square plus 1 greater than x upon x square minus 1. Right? Now notice clearly x square plus 1 is greater than x square minus 1. We understand this thing? If I am adding something, it will always be more than if I subtract something. So therefore, even if I take under root, this will be satisfied. Which means that if I take reciprocal, see, x square plus 1 is greater than x square minus 1. Right? So we have to understand that this is a bigger number. X square plus 1. So what will I go ahead and what will I get? If I take reciprocal, I will get that 1 upon x square minus 1 under root will be greater than 1 upon x square plus 1 under root. इतने में मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती हूँ. इतना में we have to understand that 1 upon x square minus 1 will be greater than 1 upon x square plus 1. We cannot do anything about it. Ab, beta, when can this sign change? This sign can change. So we'll write it out. This sign can change if both sides are multiplied with a negative number. If both sides are multiplied with a negative number, mane, just think about it. If I have multiplied both sides by say minus 2 or minus 1, then we know. So we know if 4 is greater than 3, minus 4 is less than minus 3. So when we multiply it with negative sign, automatically the signs change. तो अगर मुझे इस साइन को लेस देन करना है, if I have to make this into a less than sign, what should be the value of x? Negative. What can be the values of x? X can only take a negative number. Is it making sense? If you take any positive number, it will not be satisfied. ठीक बात है? So just think about it, huh? Let me give you an example. Take x to be 1. 1 upon 1 plus 1 under root greater than 1 upon, you cannot take x to be 1, sorry, 1 not included. Take x to be 2. 2 square plus 1. 2 square minus 1. 1 upon 2 square is 4 plus 1 root 5 greater than 1 upon 2 square is 4 minus 1 root 3. Okay. So if I go ahead and if I find out, I'm sorry for going so slow beta, but I have to explain in detail, right? This is a question which has been asked in past year exam. तो आपको इसको अच्छे से करना जरूरी है. So if I do root 5 is 2.23. This is 1 upon 2.23. And if I do root 3 is 1.73. Right? So is this a true statement? It is false. Here denominator is 2.23. Here denominator is 1.73. अगर क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, so 1.73 greater than 2.23, it is false. So with x being positive, this is not getting satisfied. With x being positive, this is not getting satisfied. Clear? Is it clear? Okay. Now let us go ahead and let us take x to be a negative number. I have to show you a lot of things here, lot of things. Okay. Question solving is not important. कुछ कुछ सीखना जरूरी है. So we take x to be a negative number. I mean, yet I am not at the answer. So let's say I take x to be minus 2. Right? Here x was 2 beta. यहाँ पे भी तो 2 होता ना. ठीक है. अच्छा, now let's take x to be, I mean, you would have got the same thing only. False statement only, but x 2 था. Now let's take x to be minus 2 beta. So let's solve this side. So minus 2 upon minus 2 whole square plus 1 under root greater than minus 2 upon minus 2 whole square minus 1 under root. So you get minus 2. Denominator will be same only. 2.23 ही आएगा. Greater than minus 2. Denominator will be same only. 1.73 ही आएगा. So you will get minus 2 into 1.73 greater than minus 2 into 2.23. Okay. So if I solve this, बच्चे, 1.73 into minus 2 will be minus 3.46. And 2.23 into minus 2 will be minus 4.46. Is this true? Yes. ये भी true है. The smaller the number that we have, the bigger the negative we find, the smaller it becomes, right? So this is a true statement. So we understand with negative numbers, it is working well. With positive numbers, it is not working well. So what do we get the domain to be? If I go back, I had first found out that x can be anywhere in this domain. But now for positive numbers, this is not getting satisfied. So what becomes my answer? This. Is it clear? I mean, of course, we took a lot of time to solve this question, but it was a good one. समझ पा रहे हैं? Is it making sense? Okay. Okay, we'll take one more. So, next question, beta. Write this down. So the question is the following. Find all x that satisfy the following inequalities. Beta, this is 2013 DU Eco-Honors question. देखो 3x plus 1 by 2 less than 1. Solve this. Solve question number 2 here. Give it a try. Whatever answer you get, try to make sure that you also go ahead and verify that. Take some numbers and verify. Okay? Give it a try. I'm waiting. I hope all of you know how to solve mod x. If mod x is less than 1, then x is between -1 and 1. Now solve it. Give it a try. Let's start. Beta, 3x plus 1 by 2 in mod is less than 1. Right? 3x plus 1 by 2 in mod is less than 1. Three x plus 1 by 2 becomes between -1 and 1 when we remove the mod. Right? Is it clear? You get, take this here and here, -2 less than 3x plus 1 less than 2. Right? You get, add -1 on both sides or subtract 1 from both sides. -2 minus 1 less than 3x less than 2 minus 1. -3 less than 3x less than 1. Divide 3 on both sides. -1 less than x less than 1 by 3. Take a number. Take x as 0 and check if the inequality is getting satisfied. I give you a minute. You check if the inequality is getting satisfied. Take a try. Okay. Then I'll give you the next question. Check with x equal to 0. If whatever inequality we are working with, is it getting satisfied or not? So if I take x as 0, what will I get? 3 into 0 plus 1 by 2 mod less than 1. 3 plus 1, 4. Right? Sorry, 3 into 0 is 0. Half mod less than 1. Half less than 1, true. So the inequality indeed is getting satisfied for x equal to 0. You can try with some other between -1 and 1 by 3. Right? So we can say that this is the right answer. Okay, beta. Now, question number 3. Again, this is Eco Honors SEM 1 2013 paper. Okay. Question is x upon x square plus 1 greater than x upon x square minus 1, find x that satisfies this inequality. And I am giving you this as a homework. All of you will do this on your own. Find x that will satisfy this inequality. I'm not going to do this. I have done exactly same in question number 1. Okay, beta. Question number 4. So find the real number x that satisfies this inequality 1 by x less than x square. 1 by x less than x square. Give it a try. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Give this question a try. Give it a try. I'm waiting in the chat section for you to answer. 1 by x less than x square. Beta, it is high time you start studying. Exam is on top of our head. अब time waste नहीं कर सकते हो. You have to study. ठीक है, तो देखो जरा. देखो 1 by x less than x square में एक बात समझो. हाँ, देखो x square ऐसे ही थोड़ा समझा रही हूँ. x square is always positive. Always positive. Whenever your x will be negative, whatever x be, जब तक वो नेगेटिव है तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड नेगेटिव हो जाएगी, राइट हैंड साइड पॉजिटिव होगी. तो फॉर ऑल एक्स विच आर नेगेटिव, फॉर ऑल एक्स विच आर नेगेटिव, ये ऑटोमेटिकली सेटिस्फाई हो गया. डज इट मेक सेंस? ये क्लियर हुई बात? यू टेक एनी एक्स विच इज नेगेटिव, तो 1 by x भी तो नेगेटिव ही होगा. 1 by x will also be negative. The right hand side is x square. Square of a number will always be positive. And negative will always be less than positive, so it will always be satisfied. So इसमें तो कोई, there is no doubt in it. Is it clear? Okay. Now, second thing, since x is coming in the denominator, we know denominator is always non-zero. So we know कि हर negative number के लिए this equation is satisfied and zero पे zero is out of the domain. So first part is clear that minus infinity to 0, we know definitely this inequality is satisfied. मतलब of your mind. हाँ, अगर ये एक MCQ question है, then we know for sure that this inequality is satisfied. जहां पे भी minus infinity to 0 दिखे, वो हमारे definitely pointers होंगे which we will keep in mind. अच्छा, now look into it beta. I can prove this further. हाँ, so look that 1 by x में if I have to look into the positive values, कि कौन से positive values के लिए भी this is satisfied. So I can go ahead and I can bring x square on this side and put it less than 0. So I will get 1 minus x cube by x less than 0. Now what I see is that this has become a fraction, numerator by denominator form. And this is negative if numerator is negative, denominator is positive, or numerator is positive and denominator is negative. Numerator negative का मतलब रहेगा 1 minus x cube less than 0 and x greater than 0, 1 less than x cube or x cube greater than 1, which means x should also be greater than 1. So from here we get x should be greater than 0 and x should be greater than 1. So we get this as the common region. यहाँ से मेरे पास आ जाता है that this is satisfied as long as x is greater than 1. अब यहाँ देखो, numerator greater than 0 and denominator less than 0. So 1 greater than x cube, 1 greater than x. So x less than 1. So what do I get? If I club these two, right? If I club these two, what do I get? X less than 1. And x should be less than 0. So if I club them, I will get this. This will give me x less than 0, which I already told you. Any negative number. So we get 2, x can be less than 0 or x can be more than 1. So this becomes my solution. Is it clear? Is this clear to all of you? Okay, I'm giving you one more question, beta. You try it as a homework question. I will take this into Modulus class, okay? Eco Honors SEM 1, 2011. 1 less than x square less than 4. Very easy. Find solution for x. Find the solution for x. Take it as a homework question. Try it. Tomorrow we will continue with this marathon. We will take more past year questions. अगर आप ये marathon मेरे साथ dedicatedly कर लेते हो, if you do this well, I guarantee you will score 100% in your exam. There is no stopping. 150%, you will get a very good marks in your exam. ठीक है? Okay, बेटा. Thank you.